Today, we're going to take a look at the story of Gilbert Ulang, a Filipino darts player who's the only player to be convicted of match fixing in the PDC World Darts Championship. Like many Asian players, Ulang began by primarily playing on the soft tip tour, where he reached 2 last 16s on the Darts Live Tour, winning a total of 6,000 Hong Kong dollars. By the end of 2014, he had reached 3 last 32s, 2 last 16s, and a single semi-final in steel tip WF events in Asia. That year, he was ranked 8th on the domestic Philippine circuit. We saw him in the PDC for the first time in 2015, where he was chosen to represent the Philippines at the World Cup alongside Lawrence Ilagan. The pair faced the Belgian duo of Kim and Ronnie Hybretts in round 1 and went 3-0 down before Gilbert took out 25 to cut the deficit. However, the team then lost back-to-back legs, with Belgium taking a 5-1 win. He returned to the event the following year, this time partnering Alex Tagarao, and hit 8-8 to secure a 5-3 win for the Philippines over the USA, which was the nation's first World Cup win. Next up for the team was the Netherlands, with Ulang having to face Michael van Goen, who was in his prime at the time. Gilbert took out 83 to take a shock 1-0 lead, and also won the 4th leg to tie the game at 2-2. MVG then won back-to-back legs to secure a 4-2 win, but it had been a good showing from Gilbert and he was acknowledged by Michael. Tagarao also lost 4-2, meaning that the Philippines lost the match and were eliminated. A few months after that, Gilbert managed to win the Philippines qualifier for the PDC World Championship, beating Prussian De La Cruz 4-1 in the final to secure an Ali Pali debut. It was on the Ali Pali stage that he played the fateful game which led him to be accused of match fixing. He was drawn to face PDBA qualifier and fellow Ali Pali debutant Kevin Sim in the preliminary round, with the winner set to face Ian White in round 1. Sim managed to win the first set in a deciding 5th leg, with Ulang still on 208. Gilbert had averaged just 75 in that set and hit 20% of his shots at double. The second set, which Gilbert had to win to keep the game going, also went to a decider, in which Ulang, who had the throw, began with a score of just 41. In the rest of that leg, he had scoring visits of 60, 26, 60, 60, 41 and 59, leaving him on 149, from which he hit just 45. That left him on 109, from which he hit a single 20, leaving 89 with 2 darts in hand, from which the usual shot is treble 19 for double 16. After taking a while to think about it, Gilbert instead aimed for the treble 18, which wouldn't have left him a finish. That meant that Sim returned with 3 darts at double 9, which he hit to secure a 2-0 win. Gilbert had made a fatal miscount and averaged just 73 in the game. Before we take a look at the investigation into Ulang, it's important that we take a quick look at another prelim round game that took place a day earlier, in which Japan's Masumi Chino lost in a deciding set against Tenku Shah. Both players had averaged in the low 80s. Eventually, it came out that a DRA hearing had taken place into whether Ulang and Chino had match fixed in their games, which took place around a year and a half before the hearing. It was said that the players were being dealt with separately, but that the cases had been presented together in view of a community of evidence. It was revealed that in the days leading up to the games, 136 bets had been successfully placed in various betting shops on the 2 matches in Central, East and West London, Oxford, Luton, Cambridge, Biggleswade and Stevenage, with CCTV from the shops predominantly showing men placing the bets. Online, there were attempts to place 13 bets to a total value of £90,020, resulting in 8 bets to a total of £5,020 being successfully placed, and eventually a further £16,000. In total, 158 bets to a total of £70,797 were identified by the DRA, who stated that it was likely that the bettors knew each other and were working together. The betting was described as extraordinary, with one bettor, who usually used to stake between £5 and £10, attempting to bet a total of £65,000, and the majority of the bets being placed long before the games took place. In response to the allegations of match fixing, Ulang blamed his poor performance on jet lag and the fact that he was drunk at the time of the game. He said that darts was a game of skill and that it had been an off night for him, with the better man winning. Unlike Chino, Gilbert did not attend the telephone conference for the hearing, which the DRO felt was part of the reason that showed he wasn't attempting to challenge the veracity of the evidence found. It was noted that there had been significant bets on Gilbert to lose, and by a scoreline of 2-0, with Wayne Mardle consulted as a darts expert. Wayne concluded that he believed Ulang didn't try his utmost to win the match, missing some shots on purpose and miscounting at crucial moments. With the evidence they had, the disciplinary committee came to the conclusion that on the balance of probabilities, Gilbert was guilty of match fixing, with his punishment set to be announced in a later document. Chino also denied the allegation, with his manager stating that as he didn't speak English, he would have been unable to communicate with the bettors. He also said that he was discouraged with the result and his performance. He attended the hearing with his manager, and despite the fact that the DRA said the betting evidence looked suspicious, he was found not guilty as it was insufficient without supporting corroboration from other sources of evidence. It was eventually announced that Ulang had been banned for a total of 7 years, which expired at the end of 2023, and had to pay a total of £2,500 towards the cost of the DRA hearing. An article on the Global Darts website makes a case for Gilbert's innocence, saying that many do not know that he was very sick around the time of the game and had found it hard to adjust to the cold weather and time difference in London, with only Ulang's manager knowing that he was struggling. After the Ali Pali game, and before the ban came into effect, Gilbert had managed to win his first WDF title, the Hong Kong Open, in which he beat Sweden's Andreas Harrison in the final. In that same year, he achieved national master status in the Philippines after winning his third national open singles title, a feat which at the time only 15 other players had achieved. The announcement for this by the association said that he was continuing to overcome the perceived controversies hounding his darting performance. He was allowed to play in Philippines events during the ban as they are not affiliated with the DRA, and as of this year, he is still ranked 35th in the nation. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe, as currently under 17% of you are. Also, leave a like and hit the bell icon to turn on notifications so that you don't miss a brand new video as soon as I upload it. Also, leave a comment letting me know if there are any other darting scandals that you want me to take a deep dive into.